Welcome back to the Solo Promoter YouTube channel, and welcome back to another unboxing. We have an unboxing here today from something that I got off of Kickstarter. You already know what it is because you read the title of this video, but it should be very interesting. Before we get to that, I do want to send a special thank you out to all the members of the Golden Circle who help make the videos on this channel possible. Seriously, if it was not for them, this video would not be happening, but I'm very excited to check this out. If you want to check out more about the Golden Circle, you can see their list of names at the very end of this video, or you can just click that join button below. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, let's open this up. Now, this is a RPG, I believe, but it is an RPG that you kind of cannot... I don't think... Oh, it says 1 to 2 players. Maybe you can play it solo. I didn't even realize that there were solo rules for this. It's called All Cards, and here it is. I backed it on Kickstarter. They were having a sort of zine RPG month a couple months ago, and this looked interesting. I actually think I saw it on a video from JP Couvert. He was going through a bunch of the zine Kickstarter things. This is a strategic storytelling game played with your trading cards. And it's designed by Geoffrey. It's for 1 or 2 players. Your Cards, Your Stories, All Cards is a strategy storytelling game that you play with any cards that you want. Build your All Cards deck with trading cards, board game cards, or even tarot cards. No starter decks or booster packs required. Using your imagination, construct a story scene by scene. Using wit and cunning, compete to see whose characters live happily ever after and whose characters are banished to the negative zone. Geoffrey is an Emmy-nominated game designer whose credits include Dungeons & Dragons, Helm Grey Castle, and Wet Hot American Summer Fantasy Camp RPG. That's pretty cool. I mean, I played the can of vegetables in Wet Hot American Summer. I should probably check that out. I've seen that because I saw when the director David Wayne was posting about it, but I've never checked it out. But I probably should check that out, seeing as I'm the puppeteer of the can of vegetables. At least in Wet Hot American Summer 10 years later. Anyway, good quality book here. Cover by Mike Reddy. So this looks like a lot of fun. Doesn't look like super... big rules in here. All Cards is a competitive storytelling game for 1 or 2 players. It can be played with any type of cards. Each storyteller plays a central character card with a story goal, then earns triumphs over the course of 6 rounds of play, 12 scenes. To earn triumphs, storytellers play setting, twist, action, MacGuffin, and supporter cards, which turn the tides of fate for their central. That's their central character. The storyteller with the most triumphs at the end of the last scene wins. The winning storyteller dictates how the story ends and what happens when their central achieves the goal. So really what you can use... Now, I'm not going to open these because I actually got these for a friend. But like I have a batch of Gremlins 2, the new batch... cards here. You could open these up and you can play. You could use wrestling cards. Maybe that's what we'll do because I have a stack of wrestling cards, and so that might be interesting as well. So there we go. The supporters, blah, blah, blah. I like this. I like the way it's laid out. Quick play. Here's a short overview of how to play 2-player duet mode. Scenes are turns. Storytellers are playing. Each player draws 6 cards from a 20-card deck. A deck can be made up of any types of cards. Scene 1 to 2 to the beginning, storytellers place 2 character cards, cards that depict people. Storytellers declare one as their central and the other as a sidekick. Storyteller 1 declares their central's goal. Storyteller 2 declares their central's goal, which must be in direct opposition to the goal of the storyteller's 1 central. So, if we had, Gizmo and Spike in here, those could be opposing and they have the same goal. Storytellers draw 1 card and play up to 2 cards. Storytellers can play supporters, MacGuffins, settings, places, settings, actions, and twists. Refer to 7-11 for cards abilities, pages 7 through 11. Storytellers can push their central character and sidekick by discarding them from their hand to place tokens on them. The turn order reverses for the rest of the game. Players draw 2 cards this turn. Sidekicks can be targeted by actions and twists. The climax, players draw 3 cards this turn. MacGuffins can no longer be played. Storytellers with MacGuffin draw 1 extra card at the start of their scene. And the conclusion, storytellers earn triumphs for affecting the story in their central's favor. Count the triumphs using the chart on page 24. The storyteller with the most triumphs narrates the end of the story. Object of the game, earn the most triumph points after 12 scenes or 6 rounds of play. Materials needed, 2 decks of 20 cards, 2 6-sided die, a handful of tokens. Optional for solo mode, 1 notebook and a pencil. Deck building. Both storytellers put together a deck of 20 cards, all the same size. Here's a breakdown of card types, their gameplay abilities, and how many are allowed in an all-cards deck. Tip, use card sleeves with color backs to conceal the identity of the cards. Oh, that's actually a good thing. Characters depict a person. I'm not going to read all of this. A person, a character, a duo, a group. These are the heroes, villains, lovers, and schemers who populate the story. Settings. Setting cards depict a location the characters are currently in or nearby. Not every character has to be in a setting location, but at least one must be. MacGuffins. MacGuffin cards depict inanimate objects. These are coveted items the characters want to acquire throughout the story and are crucial to an essential achieving their goal. Oh, so they have the number in each deck. So you can have 8 characters. You can have 5 settings. You can only have 1 MacGuffin, which I like because that's sort of a movie thing. Actions. You can have 5 actions in the deck. Action cards depict an event that happens. They represent 3 important things characters do: return unexpectedly, betray an ally, and die. Twists. Twist cards depict changes in the plot, represented by cards that don't fit into other categories. So you can have 5 of those maximum. And card compatibility. Storytellers can use any types of cards to create their deck. Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, Garbage Pail Kids, 1991 to 92 Skybox baseball cards, Neopets Tarot, United States of Alf, Hallmark greeting cards from CVS, so you could just play this with greeting cards, Austin Powers collectible card game, every single trading card ever. While all cards are compatible, poker cards, flash cards, and cards that primarily depict numbers are not recommended. Storytellers can use them, but all cards is best played with cards that visually depict people, places, and things. The officially licensed Seinfeld playing cards, which features screenshots of Jerry, George, Elaine, Kramer, and Newman, is compatible and highly recommended. Collaboration versus competition, card interpretation, be considerate, so that's like get along. Duet mode, so here is 2 storytellers. This is your 2-player setup. Here's your table setup. Obi-Wan's Cave of Shame. The opener, so then they do an example play. The turn, the climax, the conclusion, applause token, storyteller with the highest triumph total wins. This is, I believe, that chart. Yep. Solo mode. That's for us. In solo mode, the storyteller plays their deck against a second deck. The story conflict is against the environment or society at large. The central goal is to escape, survive, or perhaps even thrive under harsh conditions. A notebook is recommended but not required to write down the narrative of each scene. Storyteller plays a new setting card. Garfield gets beamed into the Millennium Falcon. There's no lasagna in sight. To play, the storyteller creates 2 decks of 20 cards, a central deck and a conflict deck. Overall play is similar to duet mode, but with key differences below is a scene. Below is a scene-by-scene breakdown of the differences between solo modes and duet modes. So I'm not gonna read through all of this, but I think this is really scratch and lick. This is a lot of fun. Goal picker. Roll 2d6 to get a 2-digit. So these are sort of scene 13. First, a storyteller tallies up their triumphs using this table. Storyteller subtracts the values on this table. And then the triumphs, 2 or fewer, completely fails, achieves the goals, totally succeeds. Roll 2d6 to get a 2-digit number. The leftmost die is the first digit. The rightmost die is the second. Look up the number for a pair of opposing goals. So if we were to roll 2 dice here, whoop, whoop, whoop. So let's see. The leftmost dice, which would be this one. Oh, we got 1, 1. So solve a world problem, exacerbate the same world problem. So that could be your goals. If you if you don't want to come up with a goal, you can just do that. This is a randomizer for solo mode. The storyteller rolls 1d6 to establish the world conflict for the central character. 2, a terrifying creature. All cards, third-party license. Everyone is allowed to create hacks, tools, and expansions and spin-off content for all cards under the following terms. And you have to put the compatible with all cards logo. Outside of the above term, have fun. Here are a few possible uses for all cards, third-party license, card-specific hacks, so Star Trek, all cards. So we could do a wrestling one. We could come up with a wrestling version. Rule sets for new game modes, actual play podcasts and videos. We're covered. And trading cards designed for all cards and custom dice. Very, very cool. I love this a lot. I think this is out of all the ones that JP Couvert was talking about, this one really interested me. And I am an improviser. I do a lot of improv, and where you just get one little single suggestion and then you go with it. And I think this game would really, really do that. So first thing I have to do is I have to get a bunch of trading cards. And I think in 2 weeks or a week or so, I'm going to the Hollywood show, and at the Hollywood show, they just always have bins of cards. And I may just grab a ton of cards. I think this is really, really awesome, and I cannot wait to play it. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you would like to see gameplay of this on the channel, because I think it would be a lot of fun. And also, I gotta get that Wet Hot American Summer RPG. So thanks for checking this out. Big shout out again to all of our Golden Circle channel members. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more fun very, very soon right here on the Solo Promoter YouTube channel. Goodbye, everybody.